rivalry between the Canes and the Noles, once upon a time, barely noticed outside the state of Florida. But those battles in the 80s and the 90s put both programs on the national map, made both of them champions, and we are lucky to have another showdown between these two today. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Miami Hurricanes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kick it away to start us off. Coming out with it, it's Webster. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The give to the tailback. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Dropping back, it's Calandria. He's got him. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Webster. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a good idea offensively. Try to get this guy the football in space on the perimeter of the field, throwing him the swing pass, and see if he can make something happen.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. He gets a block. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. To the ground with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability too.
Trying to escape and get it himself. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Chadwick. Fires to the big fella. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
The Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but, man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Calandria. Got his man quickly. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Deep throw off his back foot. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. He wants to change this route. Back to pass, it's Chadwick. Unloads it left. And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Here's the handoff. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. These two have storied traditions in the history of the sport, but in the not-too-distant past, Miami actually considered giving up football, and Florida State was an afterthought.
Yeah, a lot of people forget back in the day when Miami was in the Big East, right? Florida State was in the ACC. This was kind of an interconference battle every time they played, but no doubt, David, this game just holds so much more significance to both programs.
Both in the state of Florida. Florida State, Miami, the uniforms are so great, the lineage, the history of the players, so it does. It feels like this rivalry's been playing a lot longer than since 1951.
Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Wants to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Perry.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Seminoles can really attack on this 2nd and short. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. The Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The give to Davis. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Noles are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Calandria. Caught close to the marker, it's Robinson. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
To the air on 2nd down. He caught it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this 3rd down.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And you got to get locked into the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
The Seminoles need to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. There's the pressure. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
They'll give it to the back. Turning it off. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball.
Wide open spaces. Inside the 30. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. He now has 91 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. After a play like that, you have to get it in the end zone on this drive. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Canes! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Yeah, we may have a situation here. We might have points, more points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
The battle for L.A. has wrapped up as we've got a winner between USC and UCLA. UCLA looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program with a case full of trophies, and they might just add some more hardware before this year's out. Regardless the outcome today, guys. Still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
That had to be a coverage bust because there is no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
Pulls it in. It's Davis. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. He did a nice job of it.
Back to pass. It's Calandria. Lofts one high and deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field. They're trying to make it happen, but the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
They'll go to work work in the air on second down. This time it's complete. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw again. He uncorks one deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Going to swing it on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Davis. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Pittman. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Looking for a man, it's Calandria. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On third down, he drops to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Perry. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught over the middle, it's Gibson. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Seminoles started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Looking to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to throw, they'll have to be efficient against the clock.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Grab near the marker. It's Gibson. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to barge in. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. They've been to the red zone 3 times. Will the 4th time finally be the charm to get some points? Back to throw, it's Calandria. Touchdown, Florida State! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And this offense really struggled in the first half, but how about taking the last possession down the field, punching 6 on the board with a chance to tie this football game up. Low scoring, but nice job finishing this half with a touchdown.
And he added the extra point. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Carr. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll run the toss. And some room to work. Got the first down and still on his feet. Breaks away on the left. Thought for a minute they were going to turn that into a score. They get the big play, but time runs out here in the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Seminoles will kick it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. On the move at the 30. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Here we go. To throw, it's Chadwick. Looking down the middle. Got his man downfield. There he goes. Touchdown, Hurricane. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Number 24, set to kick off.
He'll bring it out. It's Webster. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Oh, they're after him. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 30. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Here we go, here we go. Power football with the run. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Looking for the score. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. He got it. And that lead grows even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, we've got a final in a game that just wrapped up here in the SEC.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Calandria. Trying to make magic with his feet. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. How about this dude going off script for the Noles? Not necessarily known for his running ability.
Hey, make plays when they're there, right? I think that's one of the most important qualities of a quarterback is being able to make the right decision at the right time. And listen, they've had some great ones at Florida State. Looking for that next great one to take them over the top.
The lone back's got it. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
The Seminoles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Gibson. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in their recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State citizen.
Makes the grab. It's Pittman. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan.
Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Noles.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Looking for blockers. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. His drive will open from the 15. Looking downfield, it's Chadwick. Grabbed in the middle, it's Gilbert. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Back to pass on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Lofton. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Give out of the gun. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Miami! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We've reached the break, and Miami is holding onto the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Fielded in the end zone. It's Webster. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Dropping back, it's Calandria. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Wants to throw on third down. Finds his tight end. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where
he's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it inside the 30. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. The Noles are on the move. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Gibson. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late. And they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this. Be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Motion from the back. Looking for a man. It's Calandria. Quickly complete. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Let's it fly. Touchdown Seminoles. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And what a nice play call and nice execution. Play action, you're thinking run. Quarterback pulls it out, throws the football right behind those guys, and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by the quarterback, too, on the ball handling. He just froze the defense just long enough to help those wide receivers and targets get some separation in the end zone, and at that point, it was just an easy pitch.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a couple of Mountain West teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Boise State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to San Diego State. The moment something changes in this Mountain West fight, you will hear about it here. Back to you guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Brown has it. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
And the Hurricanes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. That's caught. It's Pringle. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing, you're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical 3rd down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Canes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Smart move to keep it on the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a 1-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
And the Canes getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Chadwick. Got his man. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback now breaking the field. He takes a chance and fires it across the field.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. After that last incompletion, man, do they need to connect and keep this drive alive and keep that clock running. Here comes the heat. Buys a little time with his feet. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
He'll bring it out. It's Webster. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. Strong run on a pickup of 5 out to the 15.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, for the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Calandria. Unloads to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Pittman. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Davis. Still on his feet at the 45. Sprinting away. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
The running back has it. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
Quickly to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
The Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Calandria. Grabbed over the middle, it's Pittman. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
That is so deflating on defense, too, because in your own red zone, third down, you need to make a stop. You know they're going to throw to the weapon at tight end, but it's one thing to draw it up on the blackboard. It's another thing to go execute and prevent that guy from catching the ball. He's so big. He's so athletic. You could have the perfect play call on, and he's still picking up the first.
Looking for a gap. It's Webster. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
Wants to fire on second down. He makes a grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
How about that? Coming up big. Less than 30 seconds in the ball game. You score, and this offense absolutely responds. Go kick that extra point, take the 7-point lead, and let your defense finish this one off.
Big extra point coming. It would give them the lead late. And he knocks through the pressure-filled extra point. Now to see if they can hang on.
That makes the score Florida State.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Chadwick. Now he's going to break the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
Late in the game, a lot about execution, right? The quarterback has to understand situational awareness, has to understand it. First of all, he does a great job of scrambling, but then the understanding part we're talking about clicks in. Does a great job getting the first down and getting out of bounds.
The quick out. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. The Hurricanes will line it up on 1st and 10. Here we go, set. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback moving. He'll get rid of it. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. With the ball marked down at the 33, that'll leave them with a 50-yard attempt to try to win this game. And the kick is good. His third field goal of the game, and 3 is the magic number for the win. A rivalry defined by wide rights, wide lefts, mascot arrest went right down the middle, and a well-earned victory for the Miami Hurricanes. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.